Moving on to example number 7. Number 7, I would like to do 35 divided by 3. As usual, we are going to use the long division. 35 is the first number, put that inside. 35. And the 3 is the second number, you put it outside. And then just get to work. 3 goes into 3. 3 goes into the first digit, right? 3 goes into 3 once. 1 times 3, it's 3. And subtract. 3 minus 3, you get 0. So, just bring down the 5. And then 3 goes into 5 at most once. Because 1 times 3 will give you 3. When you subtract, you get 2. So one way to answer this question is 35 divided by 3. It's equal to 11 with a remainder of 2. But again, I want to continue with this question. So we're going to take a look. 35 is equal to 35.0. We're going to use decimal points. Okay? 35.0. And then I'm going to bring down this 0 here. And since I put the 0.0 right here for the answer, let's just put a decimal point already. And now I'm looking at 3 and 20. 3 goes into 20 6 times. 6 times 3, we get 18. Subtract from 20. So 20 minus 18, you get 2. Well, let's do 35.00. That's the same as the original 35. I'm going to add another 0 right here. And I can bring down this 0 here. Right? I can bring this 0 down here. So again, I have 3 and 20. 3 goes into 20. Again, 6 times. 6 times 3, it's 18. Subtract. 20 minus 18, you get 2. And as you can see that if you put another 0, you have to put another 6. Right? This is going to be an endless procedure again, right? Because you keep getting 2s. And then right here, the answer will be just a lot of 6. Right? Infinitely many 6. The 6 will be going on forever. So in this case, we can just say 35 divided by 3. It's equal to 11.6. And since the 6 is repeating, I can put a bar on the top of the 6. I'll make a note right here. The digit 6 is repeating forever. So that's what the bar stands for, right? Just like example number 6. Okay, continue with example number 8. Example number 8. I would like to do 5,661 divided by, let's say, 37. Okay, so I have a 4-digit number divided by a 2-digit number. And let's see if we are going to end up with some decimals or not. Again, use a long division. Put the first number inside. 5661. 37, the second number, put it outside. Since 37 has 2 digits, just look at the first 2 digits of the inside number. 37 goes into 56 once. Oops. Okay, anyways. 37 goes into 56 once. 1 times 37, you get 37. Again, you subtract. 56 minus 37, you get 19. I believe you get 19. Okay, I'll show you this red. 19. Anyways, bring down the 6. And then now we are looking at 37 and 196. And ask yourself, how many times does 37 goes into 196? I think if you just compare the first numbers and then the second 2 numbers right here, 3 goes into 19 8 times. but you have the 7 right here. So 6 will be a little bit too much. Let me try it with a smaller number first. Let's try with 5. So let me put on the 5. 5 times 37. And here I need to do some calculations. So I want to do 37 times 5. 5 times, right, I'm going to do 5 times 37. So put on 37 first, and then the 5. 5 times 7, you get 35. So put the 3 right here. And then 5 times 3, you get 15. Plus the 3, you get 18. So 5 times 37, you get 185. And then we are going to subtract. 96 minus 85, you get 11. And then the 1 and 1 cancel out. Well, and then you can bring down the 1 right here. How many times does 37 goes into 111? Again, you can compare the first number here and then the first two numbers here. So 3 goes into 11 about 3 times. And let's just try with 3 and then see what do we get. Let me put on the 3 right here. I need to do 3 times 37. Let's put on the side. 37 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 21. And have the 2 carry over. And then 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. So 3 times 37, we get exactly 111. And when you subtract, then remainder is equal to 0. In this case, that's it. The answer is 156. The answer is 153. 153. Okay? And I want to do another one. Example number 9. In this case, let's do 28 divided by 55. You can kind of see that we are going to end up with a decimal number because you have a smaller number divided by a big number. So put that into a long division. 28 is the first number. Put that inside. 55 goes outside. Okay, after you set this up, 55 goes into 28 0 times. So I'm going to put a 0 right here. Okay? And then in order for us to continue, let me make a note right here. 28 is equal to 28.0. So I'm going to put decimal point after the 28, and then I'm going to add a 0 right here. For our answer, let me put a decimal point right here after the 0 as well, line up with the decimal point. Now, 55 goes into 280. I'm looking at this number as 280. 55 goes into 280. 5 times. 5 times 55. Let me do the calculation right here. Let me just do it down here. 55 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. With 2 carry over. 5 times 5 is again 25. But plus a 2 is 27. So 5 times 55, you get 275. So I think you guys know that division is so difficult because in a division question, you have to do multiplication several times, right? So that's one of the reasons that makes division very difficult. Anyways, subtract 280 with 275. This pretty much is 80 minus 75, so I get 5. And then let's see. Let's continue because we have some remainders. So notice that 28.0, I can add another 0 and it does not change the value. So let's add another 0 after the decimal point. And we can bring down this 0 here. 55 goes into 50 0 times. So I need to put a 0 right here. Right, 0 times, no, 55 goes into 50 0 times. Well, now I'm looking at having a remainder of like 50, like a 50. So I can keep going, but in order for us to keep going, notice that I can put another 0 after the decimal point. I can put as many 0 as I would like, as I need. So let's put a 0 right here, and then we can bring down this 0 down here. And then 55 goes into 500. If you take a look of 5 and 50, 5 goes into 50 10 times. So we should try with 9. Let's put 9 right here, and then I need to do 9 times 55. So I'll do this on the side. 55 times 9. 9 times 5, it's 45, with a 4 carryover. 9 times 5, it's 45. And plus the 4, it's 495. And then I can just do 9 times 55, it's 495. Subtract. And notice that you end up with a 5 again. Well, to continue, I need to add another 0 right here, right after the decimal point. And I can bring down this 0 here. But this is not enough, because 55 goes into 50 0 times. In order for us to keep going, I need to add another 0 here. And I can bring down this 0 all the way down here. But we are going to have the same situation. 55 goes into 500 9 times. We already did that. 9 times 55 is 495. When you subtract, you get 5. And then the process will repeat. You're always going to get a 5 right here, and then you have to put another 0, and so on, right? So the next number will be, you have to add another 0, 0, and 55 goes into 50 0 times. And without doing any more calculation, you know you will be having 9 after that, and then 0, and then 9, and then 0, and then 9, keeps on going forever. This is a very interesting question, huh? Because 28 divided by 55, you first get, let me see, let me just write it down right here. 28 divided by 55. You first get 0.5, right? You first get 0.5, and then you get 0, 9, 0, 9, 0, 9, 0, 9, 0, 9, What are the only digits that are repeating? It's only the 0 and the 9, 0 and the 9, 0 and the 9. Therefore, when you put a bar, this is equal to, when you put a bar, we're just going to write it as 0.5 and then 0, 9 with the bar over to the 0, 9, because the only two digits that are repeating are 0 and 9. So again, I'll make a note. I'll make a note right here. Only 0, 9s are repeating. So that's what the bar stands for. We use the bar to denote what are the digits that are repeating. And before we go on to the example 10 and so on, I will ask you guys to try this one first. So tell me what you guys think the answers are. So what do you think? So before I tell you guys the answer, please try it out. Example 10, I would like you guys to do what's 0 divided by 7. And then example 11, let's do 7 divided by 0. And then example 12, let's do 1 divided by 81. And I will make a note right here. 1 divided by 81, I will say this is the most interesting division.